Hey friends, this is Mark and welcome to another unboxing and first impressions video. First, there's this small thing, and when I opened the box, for some reason, its box was open. This is just a small, I believe it's a 5 ml. Yeah, it is a 5 ml of leather purom. It's so cute. And this is ONE Summer Daze. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You must be curious, why on earth do I have 5 bottles of ONE Summer Daze? Well, 3 reasons. First reason is that this 2022 release is a limited edition, and I've kind of learned my lesson. There was a time when there was a CK1 release. I think it was 2009 or was it 2011. I liked it so much. The one time I had a chance to get a bottle of it, I let it go, and when I was looking for it a couple of years later, it turns out that once the supplies have run out, then they're gone forever. And so this time I feel like I have to back up really well. Second reason I have this many is that in Fragrance X, it's so inexpensive. I tested this in a department store in the Philippines, and my God, the price that they had was over 4,000 Philippine pesos, which is like $80, which is just too much. And so when it was offered at 1,300 pesos in Fragrance X, then of course I had to get a lot. The third reason, I don't know, I just might sell 2 of them or something. I don't know. I've tested CK1 before in the department store and I did quite like it. And I was surprised that it actually lasted so much longer than the other CK1s. I in fact like the CK1 Classic, but I know that performance-wise it's never really anything. But when I tried CK1 Summer Daze, weirdly, it lasted for over 4 hours, which to me is bare minimum. So, time to spray. So I just sprayed this at 11:05 p.m. and I'm gonna go back to making this video after 2 hours to tell you what I think. Oh, but before I leave, it smells citrus in kind of like bittersweet way, and it's really fabulous. I'm really liking it. The notes for CK1 Summer Daze are kumquat for the top note, and that's something that I definitely smell. And then middle notes are mint and tea, and the base notes are gonna be vetiver and musk. A very simple scent, perfect for summer. Nothing complicated, just casual summer. I'll go back to it and tell you what I think later. Hey, so it's been a little more than 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and about 15 minutes, and the fragrance, CK1 Summer Daze, is still very much perceivable. For a good 2 hours, what really comes across is this bitter citrus smell of the kumquat, and it's really amazing that they managed to make the citrus notes stay on for so very long. And at like 2 hours and 10 minutes, that's the only time when it's about to go into the heart of the mint and tea. About the kumquat note, it's remarkably natural smelling. It really smells like you peeled an orange, that kind of thing. The mint of the heart, which is where I am right now, the mint I wouldn't say is that natural smelling. Right? If you compare the mint note of CK1 Summer Daze to the mint note in Eta Libre Oranges, you or someone like you, the mint note in this one is much more natural in comparison. But at the same time, I can't really say that I mind. It's still perfectly pleasant. The first time I tried this in the department store, I do remember that it lasted for more than 4 hours, to my surprise. And so I don't think I'm gonna wait for the eventual dry down to the musk and the vetiver and just say that the performance of this is really decent. I know that in Fragrantica somebody mentioned that she had doused herself with this and still after 2 hours it's gone. Well, on my skin, luckily, that doesn't really happen, and so I'm cool with its performance. The main thing that I like about CK1 is that for a summer fragrance, its solution to the problem of how to make something high heat friendly is to become a fragrance that is really reminiscent of something which is thirst quenching. Look at the top note and the middle notes. It's basically kumquat, mint, and tea. And if that had been turned into some kind of drink, then it would be so thirst quenching, and that's what Summer Days really is. It's very bright, it's very sporty, it's very high heat friendly. The citrus note stays on for a long time. It also smells very clean and also really winningly simple. This is not complex perfumery, and if I had to say something kind of like negative about this fragrance, it's that it's not particularly ambitious. It's really not an ambitious project at all. I think it just aims to be a very casual fragrance meant for the summer. As far as that goal is concerned, then it certainly achieved it. If you wear this fragrance without expecting it to be some great piece of perfumery, then you're certainly going to be pleased by it. For what it is really, really good. The one negative thing is that it's not exactly a very strong imagination of form. What do I mean? I mean that it almost is on the verge of being a utilitarian scent, in the sense that it doesn't forward an imaginative proposition. It's just basically a summer citrus fragrance, and as such, it is really quite wonderful. But in conclusion, as a piece of perfumery, it's not exactly the greatest. But because it's so inexpensive, I couldn't possibly mind. And number two, and more importantly, when I bought CK Summer Days, I just really wanted something that I could wear in the high heat, something that is not dressy, something that is not perfumey. And as far as that's concerned, CK1 Summer Days is absolutely recommendable. Would I give it a score? I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Why not higher? It's a bit too simple. No, actually, no, I'm wrong. I don't mean that. I think it's simple in a good way, and that's what it's supposed to be anyway. So it's not that it's too simple, it's that, here's the thing. The things that make me give it a score of 8 are also the same reasons that I like it for. I'm not giving it higher than 8 because it's not very ambitious, and I like it because it's not very ambitious. I'm not giving it more than 8 because it's a very simple scent. And again, I like it precisely because it is a simple scent. Not cloying, not perfumey, zero spice, approachable, friendly. I can't give it a score higher than 8 because here's my analogy. CK1 is kind of like those brainless comedies that you love watching, but you know that those movies are never gonna win Best Picture at the Oscars, and they're not even gonna get nominated. It's like a really almost brainless comedy that could never be called one of the greatest films on earth, but it's nonetheless something that you really, really enjoy watching. That's like CK1 Summer Days. Not particularly sexy, that's not its vibe. This is like a fragrance that you would wear when you just want to hang out with your friends. If you want something that's really not complicated, very casual. For what it sets out to do, CK1 is a winner. Now, do I think that I'm gonna use up all the 5 bottles that I got? It's so good at what it does that I think I'm just gonna use 1 bottle or maybe half a bottle for every year. I think it's just going to be terribly useful over the years, and I'm glad that I have it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again.